well.
Yeah.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here today with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. It's Monday. It's officially June. So that's always nice. The summer is definitely here now.
Well, kind of. Isn't it still spring till like June 21st or whatever the hell that is?
It actually may be, man. But actually here in the South, it is summer.
Not quite yet up here. We still have some cold days. It's still, you need a jacket at night going out. Not a jacket, but, like a lightweight zip-up kind of deal if you're going out at night. We still have that here.
Gotcha.
So we still feel a little bit of spring. So I feel you. I'm glad at least I know how much you love the summer. So I am glad you're getting all that down by you. JD, we have some comments here already. Joseph is here. The new Y, thinking he's the New York Yankees. We had a plus 150 on them last night. Very happy about that. Good day to you, Joseph, as well. Nick is saying those missing posters must have worked. I'm always around, Nick. You can always find me. I'm always around. I ain't hiding from anyone. And J-Bo is here as well, my boys. Let's cash. We appreciate you tuning in as always, J-Bo. All right, JD. On this show, what we do is we go over how we did on the weekend. So let's start with our weekend recap. I'll go first. Really bad Friday and Saturday for me. No way to hide from that. Really, really bad. We did not read baseball well at all, but we bounced back yesterday, got back in the winning column. We finished May up 17.5 units. We've now started June up 2.5 units. So we're looking to carry that over and have another profitable month. How about you, brother?
Saturday was good. As far as baseball has been really hot. Like as far as my bigger plays, just hitting all those. As far as this weekend, Friday. Especially, Friday and Saturday, man, there was just a bunch of over spots that were so good, and all of them were cashing super early, in the actual third. As a matter of fact, one of them I had cashed in the top of the first. That's not, you don't see that very often. We have a full game total cash in the top of the first.
Right.
So those were always fun, man. Yesterday, the first day of June, lost a couple units, minus 1 point something. But ready for June, man.
Yep. We'll get on the winning ways, and today's going to be a good day. We're both going to have some big days. So you excited to dive in, and let's do it. You ready to dive into the first game of the day?
Let's do it.
Let's get it, bro. It's a bit of a small slate today, so don't expect a super long show, anyone. But of course, if you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to add, we are here to answer everything and give you the best show possible. All right, JD. First game we're breaking down, like I said, is going to be the Rockies taking on the Marlins. Rockies are coming into this game as an absolutely pathetic dog shit organization. There's no other way to put it, JD. They are 9-50 on the year. But even worse than being 9 wins and 50 losses on the year is their road record, which they are playing today on the road. They're 3-28 on the road this season. I have never seen anything remotely close to a 3-28 road record, but here we are in 2025 with the Colorado Rockies. They're taking on the Miami Marlins, who are not exactly the greatest team, but they're a lot better than what the Rockies have been. They're 23-34 in the year, and they're 14-17 at home. Pitching matchup, we have our guy, German Marquez, pitching for the Rockies. He's only our guy because we love to fade him. He's 1-7 on the year with a 7.13 ERA. He's got a 1.65 whip, which is pretty brutal. On the other side for the Marlins, we have Max Meyer, who's been okay, not great, not terrible. He's 3-4 in the year with a 4.5 ERA. He also has a 1.35 whip. JD, all that being said, anything you like on this game? The Marlins are a big favorite here.
Man, I don't have a play here, but I thought this was just a really interesting game. Because, like you said, the Rockies, have been absolutely terrible. In the modern era, maybe now going to go down as the worst team ever.
I think they are.
The White Sox last year were bad, but I do think that this Rockies team is even worse. But For me, laying minus 200 with the Marlins, that's tough to do also, especially with
It is.
Max Meyer on the mound. We've actually talked about him quite a few times. He's somebody that I'm trying to actually fade. I believe we faded him with the Padres actually last
Yes.
time,
Yes.
and actually that worked out very well for us. But then you have the guy on the mound on the other side, Herman Marquez. He's somebody that we have faded a lot.
Oh yeah.
But there is a but here. When you look at who he's faced, most of these lineups that he's faced have been the top tier. I mean, very top. And he's gotten smacked around. In his past couple starts, they haven't been bad. They've actually been pretty good. For me, I just think it's one of those situations where the Marlins, I cannot back them here. I just cannot lay this type of price with them. It would be the Rockies in some way, or either the other. I mean, maybe even a Rockies like first five. With actually like Marquez, I know that sounds crazy. But as far as this lineup goes, it is just not the type of lineup that he has been actually getting like hit up by. But then again, I think the price kind of tells you it's like this too, because most of the time the Rockies have been like actually most teams versus the Rockies are more in the minus 300 to the minus 400 range.
Yep.
So I think the line tells you that this game could be close. So
it definitely has a chance to be close. I am going to be taking the Marlins on the money line in a parlay. We're not covering the second game, so I can go over that. I'm parlaying them with the Tigers. You can currently get that parlay at a plus 125. That's my parlay of the day already sent out to clients. Taking a look at Marquez in depth, his road numbers. He's 0-4 on the road with a 10 ERA. You think his 7.13 ERA is bad in the year, but his road ERA is even worse than what he's been on the season. Like I said, it's a 9.5, so it's creeping up to 10, 0-4 in the year. And he's a guy who I think will struggle in this spot tonight. I do think the Marlins, you're getting a decent price at them at a minus 190, which is crazy because it's a minus 190. But as we've seen over the last several days, we saw the Mets yesterday as a minus 1.5, and that was over minus 200. So we're seeing the price on the Marlins or on the Rockies absolutely crazy to fade them, and I think we have a pretty good opportunity to fade them in this spot. So I'm going to be taking the Marlins, parlaying them with the Tigers, and you can get that at a plus 125 odds, and I do think that will be a parlay that does cash for us. All right, JD, let's keep it rolling right along to game number 2. We are going to be talking about the Brewers taking on the Reds. The Brewers are coming into this game 32-28. They are 14-18 on the road. On the other side, for the Reds, they are 29-31 on the year, and they are 14-14 at home. Pitching for the Brewers is Aaron Savali. He's 0-1 on the year with a 6.0 ERA. He's only pitched 12 innings, so he has been injured, but he is getting back into the swing of things. On the other side is Brady Singer, a guy who is 6-3 on the year, but he does have a high ERA. His ERA is at a 4.6, his whip's at a 1.3, and he has done that all in 60 innings of work. JD, we got the Brewers, we got the Reds. What do you like in this spot?
And this is another interesting spot. Because you got the Brewers, man. They're just kind of red hot currently. Who they sweep? I believe it was the Phillies.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was, unfortunately, because I lost a few in that with Phillies on the money line.
They're just actually swinging the bats like really good currently. I believe they're 8-2 in their last 10. But the line is where it is because of the starters.
Yep.
And Brady Singer, they've been winning actually his starts. They've been doing good, but me, I'm just not really a Brady Singer guy. I just think that he's actually pretty average.
Yeah, his 4.6 ERA will tell you that, but this team hits for him somehow because, like I said, he's 6-3 with a 4.6 ERA.
Then on the other side, as far as Savali goes, he's only started actually 3 games this season. As far as his numbers are where they're at because of his first game that he pitched. As far as the Yankees, they kind of smashed him.
And you know what game that was? That was the opening. I think it was the second game of the year with the whole torpedo bat scandal with everyone saying, oh, are the Yankees cheating now with these new bats? They just scored 1,000 runs. That was the Savali game. So his numbers are based off of that game.
Yeah. So, if you're just looking at just this year's stats, it looks like Singer is a much better pitcher, but I don't really think he is. Now, like as far as Savala goes, like I'm not saying he's like good. That's not what I'm saying, like whatsoever. To me, he is another just average, to right on that line of below average.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Kind of like right there on that line there. So yes, as far as the Reds in the first five, I actually do think that actually they have a slight edge here. If I was going to be on the Reds, then that's how I actually would play it. Would be the Reds' first five. As far as the bullpen, though, the Reds' bullpen has actually been pitching well. I don't think that that's going to keep going, though. As far as their numbers show, I think that they're going to come back down to earth here. As far as the full game, it would have to be this Brewers side or either pass here. Because they're just hot, and as we've talked about plenty of times, I'm just not going to go against actually like a hot team like actually this. So for me, matter of fact, I'm probably going to play a little prop. I know you can find them on DraftKings. I'm probably going to just for a little just like a little money play a Reds first five and then Brewers full game actually like parlay.
Yeah, I know you like those. You hit those all the time for some big plus money plays, so I definitely respect that. But I am going to be on the polar opposite of what you said here. I'm all over on the Reds on this one. I do think Brady Singer should have a big performance here. Here's another guy who has better splits in the situation that he's in today. So at home, he's 3-1 on the year with a 3.29 ERA. His season ERA is close to a 5. So on the road, he has been a guy you don't want to take. At home, he's done a much better job. Savali, I think, will get into a little bit of trouble. We spoke earlier about how he had a tough game in his first start when the Yankees really shelled him. The Yankees put up 5 runs on him in just 3 innings, which was 3 homers as well. But then you take a look at his other 2 starts in the year. He did beat the Pittsburgh Pirates, but he was only able to go for 4 innings in that game, give up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks. He was not able to go deep. And then the next game he played was against the Red Sox when they were really missing a couple of guys and really struggling during that stretch. He was only able to give them 5 as well. Another point about the Brewers is they're coming off a very emotionally charged series against the Phillies, one of their rivals, a team that they like to play against, and it's a team where they have players on both sides that have played for the other team, such as Rhys Hoskins, guys like that. So there's emotional ties to those games. That was a very big series for them. They got the sweep, and I think the line indicates that today may be a day that they might be overlooking just a tad because of what they just did to the Phillies, and I do think the Reds will be able to get it done here. So like I said earlier, I am going to be on the Reds on the money line, and it is definitely a VIP play for me. You can currently get it at a minus 115, and that's exactly how I played this game. All right, JD, we're absolutely flying today because it is a short show, but don't worry, guys. Tomorrow we have a very is not the words I should have said there. A much better slate that we can go through tomorrow with a ton more games. So we're going through some today. They may be a little stinky, but we're getting through some games and giving you guys some value plays here. Next game we're talking about is going to be the Minnesota Twins taking on the Oakland Athletics. Pitching for the Twins, they have Joe Ryan. It's Joe Ryan days, 5-2 on the year with a 2.57 ERA. On the other side, the Athletics, the highest paid pitcher they've had in team history, Luis Severino, who's 1-4 in the year with a 3.89 ERA. Looking at Sevy's stats, he's been worse at home. He's 0-4 at home with a 6.2 ERA. That's because they play in a minor league stadium, and the ball tends to leave the park. He's also struggled a ton with his command this year. He does have 22 walks and only 71 innings of work. All that being said, JD, what do you like? We got the Twins. We got the A's.
I do have to say that as far as my one tennis play of the day was the Draper match over 3.5 sets, and that one just cashed for us.
Let's go.
I had a nice little plus 105 line.
Love that.
What's going on, Justin? So yeah, that's nice to cash that this morning for us. This game here, man, yeah, Twins A's. As far as the home team, the A's, Severino. Man, when you have him on the road, he is somebody that I kind of want to back. And actually, like then when he's at home, he is somebody I do not want to back. And it's pretty easy to see why, because of the ballpark that they play in. We've talked about it all season long. This ballpark just gives up runs. And today, just as far as the weather goes, the weather's supposed to be nice, man. It's let me pull it back up. I believe the high is or actually as far as that first pitch, it's supposed to be around 87. The wind's blowing out to left to center at actually 15. So as far as hitting weather tonight, it's very good. As far as Joe Ryan goes, when you look at his numbers for the season, they are very good. I mean, very good. I don't know. He's another one of those guys where his numbers look really good, but I still don't believe in him.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. He's a guy I like to fade. You know that. I talk about
Yeah,
it on the show all the time. I think
and
he's overvalued on price in almost every game that he starts, but he has won 4 straight games, so he's kind of shut me up a little bit.
the issue here is Joe Ryan is a fly ball guy.
Yeah.
So when you have a park like tonight that's super small, you're actually playing in this like AAA park, and then you have it hot. Then you have the wind blowing out. That doesn't seem like it's going to add up very, very well here.
I agree.
I see a total. You can actually still get some flat nines. After the show, as long as I can still get a flat 9, I'm actually probably going to send this out, man. The more I'm looking at it and talking about it now, I really think that the over. Yeah, I actually like the over is the play here, man.
I can see that for sure. FanDuel's already moved it to a 9.5, but it's super juiced on the under. So if you really like the over, you can get a plus 100 on 9.5. I'm taking a little bit of a different approach on this game, JD. I'm going to be taking the fade Joe Ryan day even further. I'm going to be taking the A's today on the plus 1.5 at minus 115. They don't have to win. They just have to lose by 1 or less or win, and I do think they'll be able to keep it close. You took everything I wanted to say out of my mouth regarding Joe Ryan. He's a fly ball pitcher. He's given up 8 homers on the year. He's pitched 10 less innings than Severino and has given up double the homers of Severino this year. So when you're playing in a park where the A's play this year, the ball's going to travel. The weather's going to be fantastic. And I do think we will see the ball go out of the park. So, JD, I do like your over here as well. But for me, my favorite play on this game by far is going to be the A's and the plus 1.5. I do think they'll be able to keep this close. They may even be able to get an outright win here. So let's see a big performance out of the A's, and let's see a ton of runs so me and JD can both cash both of our plays here. Let's keep it moving, JD. Next game we're breaking down today. I'm on the wrong tab, so I can't find it. Now I'm on the right tab. It's going to be the Mets and the Dodgers. Mets are coming into this game 37-22. They're 13-15 on the road. We saw these two teams just play, but it was in New York. The Mets had some success, but yet again, the Mets are the best home team in baseball. They are on the road in this spot, taking on a Dodgers team that is 36-23, who's also one of the best teams in baseball at home. They are 21-9. They're coming in off an absolute series beatdown of the Yankees. I know the Yankees took the final game on Sunday Night Baseball, but they dominated them in the first 2 games of the series, and they beat them with Max Fried on the bump, their ace. So that series definitely was a big win for the Dodgers. Back to this game, JD. We have Paul Blackburn making his season debut for the Mets. You know what that means. It's a season debut. I ain't got no numbers to give you guys. But Blackburn's a decent pitcher. Not a great pitcher. We'll have to see how he does tonight. On the other side for the Dodgers, they have Dustin May. May's coming in 3-4 in the year with a 4.2 ERA. He's pitched in 55 innings this year, allowed 49 hits, 20 walks, and 7 homers. JD, big game here. Mets, Dodgers. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man. As far as Blackburn coming back tonight, I mean, as far as his career numbers goes, he has an actual ERA of 4.85 and then a WHIP of 1.41. Then tonight he comes in and faces a Dodgers team that are swinging the bats well. I guess let's just say it that. And I think that's a tough comeback spot. I just don't see him being able to really get through this game well. I see him giving up runs. Then again, on the other side, we have Dustin May, and I've talked about him multiple different ways this season. I was kind of looking to fade him for most of the time, and then there was a game I believe last week or week before that I actually did back him. That one did turn out fine. But then last game out versus the Guardians, he actually still gave up another 3 earned. And the thing is he has some nasty stuff, man, and he's striking guys out.
Yes, he has a ton of strikeouts.
Yeah, his strikeout numbers are nuts. But when he gives up contact, it is a hard contact, though.
Yeah.
So tonight, kind of think the Mets may actually be able to get some runs also here. Then if you look at it, if you're into trends, if you just bet Dodgers home games over, you've been having a really good year. I believe they're 20-10 to the over. We've been playing a lot of those. As far as tonight, I have to go right back there, man. It's just something, just one of those trends that we've just been on. So I'm just not going to stop now. I actually was able to get this out to clients at actually over 9. It does look like it's moved up to 9.5.
I did
Almost everywhere now.
Really? Let me pull it up. Yeah. Oh, no, FanDuel still has it at 9.
FanDuel still has a 9. Okay. Because I would definitely like that I should flat 9. But as far as at 9.5, yes, I still would play that, but it would be a smaller play.
Understand completely. So, yeah, this is my favorite play of the day. I did just hype this on a tweet. My POD is going to be in this game, and you have the same wavelength I am on, JD. I think we're going to see a ton of runs in this game between these two teams. Dusty May can get hit hard. Like we said, he is a right-handed pitcher, and he's going to go up against a pretty solid left-handed lineup tonight that should be able to do some damage off of him. Taking a look at most recent performances, guys. Dodgers over their last 5 games at a minimum have gone over 10 or more runs. 7-3 against the Yankees. They lost last night. 18-2 the game before. 8-5 the game before. 7-4 the game before. 9-5 the game before. All 5 of their most recent games have gone over this number by at least a full run. On the other side, the Mets have been having a ton of games with runs as well. Granted, they did just play the Colorado Rockies, so all the runs had to basically come from their side. But we are seeing them put up a ton of runs as well. I do think we'll see both pitchers get hit. I do think Paul Blackburn will get hit harder, and I do think the Dodgers ultimately end up winning this game. But for the price, for the odds right now, over 9, I think by far that is the best play on this game, and that's exactly what I'm playing. Like I said, it is my favorite play of the day. JD, before we do the best bets, there's a few comments in here that people want us to talk about. Looks like the Knicks series. I wonder why. Aiden is saying, how about Hallie thinking he won MVP? What a bum. Hate him. Hallie was phenomenal. Hallie was phenomenal. There's no other way to put it. Guys, I'm a realistic Knicks fan. I think everybody knew after the first couple games, I did not think that the Knicks were going to make it out of the round. I did not think, unfortunately, the Knicks were going to go to the championship, and they sure did not. JD, what are your thoughts about the Game 6 for the Knicks? We're not going to get into the NBA Finals talk just yet because we have plenty of time to get into that when we get into the NBA Finals. But let's recap what we thought about the Pacers next to the end of that series.
Man, shout out to the Knicks, man. And actually, that game, I had the Knicks team total over 107.5, and they somehow got there and landed on 108.
Yeah, the 3 at the end by Shamet got you there. Very last play of the game.
So that was a big win for me, but that was as sweaty as it gets.
Yep.
I actually thought it was dead. Like I had already counted it as a loss and had just went ahead and actually moved on. That was nice. Man, I don't have a lot really left to say about the Knicks. It's more about the Pacers.
I agree.
And I don't, like you said, I don't really want to get into quite all of that yet.
Okay, well, we'll wait on there. And we have actually a question from Jabo. I'm tweeting this out right now. We weren't going to cover this game, but if Jabo wants us to cover it, we can quickly talk about the game. JD, anything you like tonight on the Padres-Giants?
Let me take a look at it.
Because I do have a play, but I'm tweeting this out right now.
Pull it up. This is Logan Webb going. This is one I don't play many outs props. But I did look at Logan Webb over his outs. That was a play that I actually did almost play. Let me see. What else was I looking at here?
Well, while you're pulling that up, I can go over what I'm playing in this game, guys, and I'm playing the Padres on the money line. It's a sheer value play. Today's board is a terrible slate. You have to find plays that you think you have a decent chance at a good value. For example, yesterday I played the Yankees at a plus 150. Was I super confident about it? No, but did I think they needed to be priced at a plus 150 with Ryan Yarbrough, who's been very good this year? I do not, and this is another game that I feel comfortable playing at a big price for the Padres. Kolek is iffy, but when you take a look at Logan Webb hasn't exactly had a Logan Webb-esque type of season. He's 5-5 on the year with a 2.82 ERA, and I am so sorry if you can hear that car in my parking lot. I don't know if you can, but it is so loud in my ear right now, so if you guys can hear that, I apologize. But back to this game, I do think there's good value on the Padres, like I said. You can currently get the money line on the Padres at a plus 150 with Kolek on the bump, exactly what I am playing. So the experts expect this game to be low. It's juiced on the under. 7.5 is the total. If you were to take a total on this game, I would take the over. I think Logan Webb's going to give up a couple runs. I think Kolek's going to be giving up a couple runs in this game. And I do think, like I said, we will see the Padres have a decent chance to win it. I debated taking the +1.5 for the Padres, but at a -150, there's just no value on that, to be completely honest with you. So for me, I am taking the value play, J-Bo, at a +150 on the money line. It is not one of my favorite plays on the day, but it is on my VIP card as my smallest play of the day. JD, thoughts?
You know what? Yeah, after looking into it here, I definitely need to look into it a little bit more. But what's popping as the biggest edge for me on this play is the Padres' first 5 team total over. And this total is set so low, you can get that at 1.5 runs at +110.
Yep.
You don't even have to lay juice to try to go over 1.5 runs in the first 5. That for me, actually, just as far as numbers, it's like popping, it's like screaming at me here. So that's one I'm actually going to look into more.
Kolek has some crazy numbers, man. I don't know if you've looked at his numbers on the year, but he had a game this year that he went a full 9 innings against the Rockies that they won 21-0. His home numbers as well are outstanding. He's 2-0 on the year with a 1.3 ERA, which is phenomenal for a guy who's had several starts at on the road already this season. Usually you have better stats at home, but he has reverse splits. This guy's much better on the road. So at a +150, JD, I definitely think there's a value there, and I definitely like your play where you're playing the team total over. I definitely think we could see a ton of runs in this ball game. When they have it juiced so low on the total, like I expected this over to be like 8.5, maybe a 9. When they have it at a 7.5 and juiced on the under, to me that screams over in this spot.
Let's say, I mean, have the Giants bats ever really woken up yet?
No, they've had a couple performances, but I mean, let's go through their most recent games. 4-2 against the Marlins, 1-0 against the Marlins, 2-0 against the Marlins, 4-3 against the Tigers, 3-1 against the Tigers. So they're seeing very low total games. But then there's 2 teams playing in this game. The Padres bats have woken up. They scored 6 runs yesterday. They had a bad game the game before that, but they had an 18-run game a couple games ago, a 14-run game a couple games ago. Their bats have woken up as well. So I do think we will see some runs in this game, and I definitely like the Padres on the side here. All right, JD. Well, there's one thing left we have to do in the show. There are 750 of you still rocking with us today. We appreciate every single one of you. We know it's not the best slate, so if you're here, we appreciate you and definitely want to see you here every day.
Yeah, Alpha, one more quick thing here before we get into best bets. Want to bring up something that Tar Heel said here. Talking about the Heels have a massive game tonight. Yes, as far as the College World Series goes, as far as the regionals, yes, they do have a big game. But Tar Heel, if I'm not mistaken, that game is not tonight. I believe that actually game is actually at 3:00 this afternoon. So if you're planning on watching that, buddy, you may need to make sure that you have the right time there. Yeah, this is crazy. Vandy and Texas losing, the way that they lost, just getting out so early, that to me is crazy, guys. So as far as the College World Series goes, I think that really changes a bunch just with them going out this early. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a crazy little ride here. So
I'm interested to follow along with it. And let me tell you something, JD. I'm not a big College World Series guy, so I have to follow your bets, your takes on it. So anything anyone's putting in there, I'm not the guy to answer it. But JD is locked into the College World Series, so I know you have a ton of information on that. All right, JD, you ready to go into best bets?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother. Best bets for today, Monday, June 2nd, our anniversary 1-year show. JD, I only got one. And it's my favorite play of the day. I said it 50 times on the show today, which play it was, why I like the play as much as I do. And it's going to be that Mets-Dodgers over 9, guys. I think we're going to see that cash rather early. I think we may see that cash in the first 6 innings. And I think we're going to see a ball game that has a ton of runs tonight in the late game. JD, what's your best bet today? Not that I don't already know it.
Well, yeah, guys, if you actually heard me talk about all these games, I think you probably already know. I think it's pretty clear, and it's the same one. This is actually going to be a team right here. Yeah, give me that Mets and the Dodgers over 9.
Let's get it, JD. Let me put it on the screen. It's going to shock everyone, but you can see it there. My best bet, Mets-Dodgers over 9. Guess what JD's best bet is? It's Mets-Dodgers over 9. You could take your phones out, take your screenshots, but I think today is one of the few days you don't need to do that. I think you can remember all the best bets today. JD, like I alluded to earlier, it's been a full year, brother. I'm excited for year 2 with you. We're going to continue building this thing and giving the people winners. That's what we're here to do. We're here to give the people winners, here for you guys, and that's why we are here. So, JD, anything to say on that? And then after that, you got to get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. It has been a full year now. It's been a fun year through actually baseball season last year and then through football season. We had a big show then. And yeah, we are actually looking to do the same thing. We're looking to keep everything going. So, yeah, guys, if you actually like what you've seen this past year, you want to see us keep going, just do something simple for us. Smash that like button. Share the show. That there actually goes a really long way for us.
100%.
So, but yeah, it's been fun, man. And yeah, tomorrow we do have a better slate. But it is Monday, and we need to get started the right way. So let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win, bro. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace.